Hi, all. I had just read a post for Hyperacusis Central by Dave Vance, who's been a great contributor to that YouTube station, I guess is what it technically is. But a great resource. Everybody check it out. But in his last post, he mentioned more people speaking up to get the word out and help document. And even though I've been a part of the Facebook groups and paying attention there and speaking with people, I thought I'd make a video too, unscripted. So bear with me. I really hope that I can keep it on point, not ramble, keep people's attention, but basically not talk about my story specifically and everything, how it happened, but just a little bit about hyperacusis in general. My experience is like so many other people's that I've come to know online. As rare as this is, you can find people online. We have a bit of a community together. This comes on super fast. What feels like an instant change in time, or an extremely quick change in time, despite the fact that it may take years for some form of cumulative damage or a bad medicine or a virus or acoustic trauma or whatever to bring about this change. And basically, we all go through the same thing, whereas the world has suddenly changed. Something we never cared about, other than enjoyment of sound and all the things we do in life where you never think about sound. I think, like most people, I thought maybe I'd lose some hearing someday when I was like 80 or 90. It's the most I ever thought about my ears. Suddenly sound hurts. It's, for most of us, I would say it's amplified gain and loud, and also causes delayed pain. I think that's where we talk about this loudness hyperacusis and this pain hyperacusis. And not something that should be confused with fear hyperacusis, which is kind of like a misophonia, and it's something different, and it can be a little frustrating when people confuse that. But man, everybody comes from all walks of life. I've met the coolest people. Just like life, maybe there's some mean people, maybe there's some different people that don't think the way you do, but what's brought us all together is taking care of one another. And I would like to stress just how normal we are. When I first came across hyperacusis and I saw these pictures of people wearing headphones and in public, and these pelters, which are these really strong earmuffs in public, I had this strong negative reaction to myself ever doing that, and feeling like I went from this like really normal guy and all these friends and living in New York, had a great job, and my life was awesome. I worked hard to get to where I was in life, and just got taken away. I was a completely normal guy, no problems. Now I'm very, very limited in what I can do without protection. So without earplugs or without earmuffs, headphones, and because of the state of our ears, that's actually uncomfortable. So earplugs irritate my ears. My ears get very full and pressured from wearing protection for too long. Certain types of headphones actually amplify low frequencies. So, there's no easy way out of it. A lot of us have tinnitus with the onset too. Tinnitus or tinnitus is something that a lot of people know about. There are a ton of people with very mild tinnitus. For some reason, those of us with hyperacusis, which some people think is like the nasty stepchild of tinnitus, we also get tinnitus too. For me, tinnitus came with my hyperacusis. It means nothing compared to my hyperacusis. My hyperacusis completely changes my life and what I can do. But there are those of us who have really bad tinnitus, multiple tones, screaming tones. And unlike hyperacusis, where you lock yourself in a basement away from sound, there is no escape from tinnitus. of its severe nature. You put on headphones and it's just louder because the sound is trapped there. So we need some help. And here in the United States, what does help mean? Help means money. Help means profit motive. We need to somehow get awareness going on hyperacusis. More and more people are getting this. We're not even recognized. It would be the hardest thing to even get, disability for this. I have a great job with a great disability plan. I would never want to take it and give up my job, my income. But even if I tried, I bet I would be battling it like crazy because there's no recognition for hyperacusis. So we do need to get the word out. I hope you pay attention to what people are saying. Remember that when people get hyperacusis, they look panicked. They look anxious. I have not met anyone new to hyperacusis who just didn't completely panic because you don't know what happened. And it causes confusion for their family members and for their doctors because they think there's an anxiety component to the condition. I promise you that is not the case. It doesn't mean someone can't also have anxiety. I mean, like I said, this is a sample size of all types of people. But that part, and that was hard for me. I woke up and I turned on the sink. I went to the bathroom. I just couldn't believe my ears. It was very painful. It was so loud. And trying to learn what that meant was awful, just an awful experience. It's been 2.5 years for me. I'm still dealing with it. I'm a single guy trying to meet people. That used to be a lot of fun for me. It was like very confident, fun-loving guy. Now, it's somebody puts something down on a table and it hurts my ears. So please pay attention. Please help. If you see the opportunity to donate, hyperacusisresearch.org is our best bet. That's actually funneling dollars towards research. No one's taking that money. That's all going to research. We're all paying attention to it. So please, God bless. Thank you for listening.